Welcome,
It's a Wario time!
Yes.
welcome everybody to Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. So
So,
basically, the
yeah.
developers of the Mario Land series got tired of Mario, so you know what? Let's just have Wario be our protagonist from now on.
Meanwhile, they recorded someone's farts for the music.
If I recall correctly, the thing was like, well, apparently they had planned for
Wario
start
is
oh.
chasing a pirate Donald Duck.
Yes.
What?
Basically, okay, yeah, here's the story, of course. Wario Land gets in a scuffle with pirates. I'll tell you more about the story later. Basically, from what I hear, though, part of their plan from the get-go was to make a Wario game, but they apparently made Mario Land 2 as a segue to introduce the character and then to set up a sequel for him.
Indeed.
So yeah, kind of clever, actually.
What a cute face.
And now for some reason, we have to use this hat, which is nothing like Wario's actual hat for some reason. I never understood
yeah.
this. I never understood this in the first game. Why? How come we can't just have Wario's normal hat?
Game Boy limitations or something?
Wheels of Bob.
It was right there. It was right there, Dwibs.
The reason they did it was apparently to differentiate him from Mario. That was sort of the selling point of this game. It was like you were playing Mario's evil doppelganger, who was incredibly
Force
randomly
number one.
different.
Alright, here's the first thing I'll show off on Wario Land 1. The special debug mode thingy. Basically, if you pause the game and press select 16 times, yes, 16 times, you'll be able to increase your life count, your coins, your hearts, your timer, and even should be alternate between the various states Wario has.
By the way, speaking of cheats like this,
This is pretty much the only way you're gonna be able to get the super duper and awesome super extra ending which you have to get a shit ton of coins really.
yeah, I take it you're gonna get both endings to the playthrough.
No, we're just gonna watch them all. Why not?
Well, that's what I meant. You're getting them both.
Can you
Sure.
increase the time?
Yes, I can.
But yeah, yeah, speaking of special cheats, to whomever will have the pleasure of doing Super Mario Bros. 3, I wish them the best of luck in getting the Dream Ship.
We'll see about that. Maybe I'll do
Probably
it.
gonna be me.
Fine, in that case, you do it.
No, I said it'll probably be me. I didn't mean I wanted to be me. I mean, I love Super Mario Bros. 3, but getting the Dream Ship, oh boy.
Okay, so
That's
the
difficult.
yes, it is. So
Well, it's not so much that it's difficult, it's the fact that it's incredibly precise and, like, cryptic. It's like, well, you know how nowadays you hear people say rumors about, oh, you know, you have to hold this upside down, or, you know, you have to do this on a specific date? Well, we have Super Mario Bros. 3 to thank for that, because the way to get the Dream Ship is so freaking random. I forget how it went. It's something about how you have to get this certain amount of coins here, apparently then wait for a certain change in time there.
Viking Wario.
yes, basically, the gameplay of Wario Land it still has the same basic concepts that Mario games do. You have blocks and you get power-ups. Basically, there's the small Wario that we saw at the end of Mario Land 2. There's normal Wario, which was the one we had before this hat. And this is Bull Wario. Basically, with this one, I can break blocks easier. And I can also do more damage and do a butt stomp attack that makes enemies stunned.
You know when you were climbing down that ladder, for a second there I thought I was going to do the AVGN Adventures thing of where you're putting an impossible death trap with the jumping sharks and the spiked wall
Yeah.
and everything.
Also, gonna love that music.
Yeah, it just sounds like...
By the way,
it just sounds
hi,
like someone...
Julie.
It just sounds like someone farted and
Oh.
called it a sound.
By the way, hi, Jigglypuff.
Okay, I'm at 438.
Okay, we'll count you in.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I always thought this as a kid. It's intentional that that enemy looks like Jigglypuff, right?
I guess.
I know it...
So Ken Tsuchimori ripped this off.
Yeah, honestly, Dweebs, it's, friendly cameos were actually rather a thing,
Someone
especially on
gonna
the
count
hand.
Dibs in?
Get ready, Dweebs, in about... Oh, shoot. Wait, you just said 38, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, we're past that. Go ahead to 5 minutes and...
5:13.
Okay.
Okay,
had
keep
one-
going, Jova. I'll be the one counting him
You
in.
had one job, Joe.
Okay. Well, actually, I wasn't the only one, but okay. So yeah, typical. We start off with a beat setting. Basically, the story of this is that
leave.
Wario
3,
gets.
2, 1, go.
Cheers.
If I recall correctly, this is the game where Wario gets into a scuffle with, well, his main rival,
Syrup.
Captain Syrup.
Yes, Syrup. Yeah, she's called Syrup. Don't ask me why she does it. Oh yeah, here's one thing that I've never understood about this game. Sometimes, in fact, most of the time actually, the exit is actually blocked off and you have to press up and B to take 10 of your coin total to create a plus coin so you can open the door. What's the point of this exactly? Basically what you're doing is, and now I'm going to show off basically what happens. Basically this is what you do when you want to get the best ending.
I forgot. How did you get the best ending? I know I got it years ago, but it's been a really long time since
Okay,
I
can imagine the directors of this game telling the composers, right, okay, Ryoji and Kazooie, we need a soundtrack from you guys, but we've only got 3 weeks left. What do we do?
Fart.
Good, great. Fart, put it for a synthesizer.
So this is the jet
8
hat.
bits at
The
back.
jet hat allows me to basically do what you just saw. The
Okay.
problem, see, it wouldn't be so much of a problem if because one of the main things about this game is that your coin total goes towards the ending that you'll get. So I've understood this idea of making us literally have to spend at the minimum 10 coins to complete the level. It just sounds backwards to me. What's the point?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know the reason. See, with Wario, since Wario was all about money and stuff, this game puts a heavy emphasis on, the spending of money and whatnot, and coins, balancing it out between, of course, Wario's greed and having to part with them to proceed. Go figure.
So much treasure.
So yeah,
that's
Pedro,
because that's the character of Wario. He's greedy as fuck.
exactly. So remind me, Pedro, what were the ways you got all endings? I make a...
The endings depend on how much money in total you have.
So it's
basically.
kind of like DuckTales.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's incredibly hard to get the best ending legit, mind you. But
Well,
you can technically grind your way
basically
up.
the best
It just takes
ending.
longer.
The best ending is Wario apparently takes over the whole world or something like that. Personally, I prefer the second best ending because if Wario Land 2 is to be trusted, that's the one that's actually canon because that's the one where he gets the castle that he has in the next game after this. So I'm gonna, even though there's no official confirmation, I'm gonna assume.
What does the heart mean?
Your life counts.
Actually, no, Theo. To this day, I still have no idea what the hell the hearts are.
Can you just look on
the
a
hearts.
manual or something?
I don't. I guess I don't know. Maybe if I go read the manual again, I don't know.
Actually, no, Dweebs, they don't really sound like farts.
Yeah.
They sound more like in Sonic 4 Episode 2, Dying Ducks.
It sound like dying
I
ducks.
think the soundtrack. I think for Game Boy standards, the soundtrack is fine. That's fine.
I'm not really seeing anything bad about this. I mean, heck, it doesn't even repeat itself near as much as the second one.
You talk about Marlin 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this one actually has different themes. Gotta give it that.
True.
Anywho,
I love so apparently if you try to use a flamethrower underwater, it becomes Harrows. Yeah, seems legit.
Well, that's some good attention to detail.
What is that thing you guys are asking? Basically, once again, plus coin with up plus B, and I can use it. This is a checkpoint. I never use these because the levels are short enough anyway. And quite honestly, I don't. Still, like I said, I don't like the idea of us having to spend money to use features. In a
Could you,
game.
imagine if this was released this year? You have to pay real money to use a
Yeah,
checkpoint.
like
yeah. Anywho, basically, Pedro, to answer your question, I remember now. The hearts are actually heart points. Basically, gathering a heart gives you 10 heart points towards an extra life.
oh that. Okay.
So they're essentially kind of like the Wampa fruit of this game.
So that's what you're saying, Dwebs. Microtransaction checkpoints.
Yeah.
Wow. Have we really fallen that low?
Well, actually, not yet.
Okay, so basically, I'm using the thing in the head to put myself big again.
Okay.
Fuck this. Alright, fine, we'll just go as we are.
Or is this to emphasize Wario's greed or something with the whole money buying checkpoints thing?
Of course, Twibs. That's what he is. He essentially is the embodiment of money grubbing throughout the entire Mario universe.
Yep. Even though later on he just became the standard anti-hero.
More dragon hat.
Yes. it's-
I'm a dragon Wario.
Waves.
What? How come you're not telling Jover off then when he does it?
because I'm better at it, Twibs.
Actually, I told him off too, but he just cannot listen. Poor guy.
Well, actually, you didn't tell me off that one time. You must have missed it.
Poor. Anyway.
The game.
No, remember, Dweebs. Pedro
Debug.
lost us, so yeah.
Just get 900 coins and you'll be able to do those checkpoints no problem.
There you go.
Remember, Dwibs, you have to make a deposit each time.
That's what I meant. Just do the. Just make yourself have 900 coins, then you can pay the deposits no problem.
Well, he might as well just do that at the final
And now it's
stage.
time for a coin minigame.
All right.
This is completely chance based. You either get an anvil or you get coins.
Let's see what happens. Yay!
Money.
It's much better to be hit on the head with a sack of money than on the head with a dull anvil.
Actually, they could be just, but both of them could be just as damaging.
Ow.
And he gets hit with the anvil anyway.
It's a 10-ton anvil. Jeez.
Oh, and you lose coins if you get it. Okay. Yay!
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
By the way, you're probably wondering what's that board right there in the bottom right corner? I'll explain later.
Okay.
Right.
Course
Course number 3.
Yeah, it'll come up later.
Ow.
Okay, so basically, the way this particular composition works is that basically we have a particular world and we have basically a theme for that world, and and every level in that world has variations of the same theme. So basically, it goes for
So it's like Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
yes.
Okay.
This is classic Game Boy music.
Beautiful.
By the way, what's your favourite soundtrack from the Game Boy?
That would be
There's a
that
lot.
that would be the soundtrack for the Zelda Oracle games.
Sure.
Unless you want to talk real, unless Game Boy Color doesn't count you when you mean the real, actual, old school Game Boy, then that would be probably Link's Awakening.
I'm partial for the Pokemon Game Boy soundtracks myself.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Tough pick for me. There's so much on the Game Boy to choose from.
What about you, Tio?
I don't know. Honestly.
Well, and there's one thing we can take comfort on. No one's going to say Bobsy 2 on the Game Boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why did he even make that game for the Game Boy anyway?
Because
I don't know.
Accolade was
Well, remember,
determined
babes,
to get him
the
exposed
Accolade
as much as
practically
possible.
never made a good marketing choice ever.
Basically, they wanted to get Bubsy, who was their closest thing to success at the time, ironically. Well, as a mascot platformer. And, of course, get him exposed as much as possible. And, God forsake the cost. Which, of course, shows when it comes to especially the Atari Jaguar game.
Okay, so we're almost done. Let's just quickly, get through here.
Da-da.
Boing,
Okay.
boing, 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 boing.
Okay, so basically, in order to get through that place, we had to... Basically, during this playthrough, I forgot exactly... Wait a minute. How do we get up there again? I forgot that we're supposed to come back here later. So I...
So
Yeah.
you're just digging around here for a bit, okay.
Oh, yeah. I should probably mention, Wario Land sort of takes a bit of a Metroidvania approach. Not entirely, mind you, because you don't have to go searching around for items. But it does play the whole, you'll need to come back here later, story-wise card.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
And you've won.
There's multiple exits, some of which you cannot reach yet for reasons that have yet to be shown, let's just say.
Yeah.
Those letters down there, is that a password system?
You'll see, Dwebs. Hold on. I'll explain when it comes up.
Okay.
That's a lot of this game, actually. A lot of this game tends to be a bit of a Chekhov's gun until it becomes extremely relevant, as opposed to just
this is a
everything being
chase
up front
level?
and center.
Yes. So for the... And there you go, different level, different theme. There you go, see Totaka-san? You don't have to repeat the same theme over and over.
Well, this game actually had 2 composers.
I know, I'm just talking to Totaka-san specifically.
Okay.
Bash, 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 bash.
There we
Okay,
go.
so now we're supposed to wait for him and take a ride with him.
Come on, taxi. Anytime now.
Come on, I have to go to my bowling party.
Waves. How are your fingers?
Okay,
You
so...
see, Dwebs, you need to do it with at least the better sense of subtlety at the very
Okay,
least.
so when I do like a Portuguese or American accent, no matter how good or bad it may be, I'm fine with Pedro and Jova, but when I do an
Well, but
Italian one...
Well, Dwebs, I don't really give a shit about that kind of stuff, so whatever.
Oh, well,
And your American accent depends on what voice you're doing, but sometimes it's fine enough. Sometimes.
What if I did a Welsh one badly? She would be on my case in an instant.
Yeah, you will
Ironic
get
thing is that
invaded
she
by
uses-
sheep, so...
The ironic thing is that from spending so much time in England, she uses more so your accent.
Leave the Welsh accents to level 5.
Upon crossing, I swear, upon crossing the border, her accent immediately changes because of some magical spell or something.
Exposure to other English.
Yeah,
folk.
there's no big mountains or sheep around, so.
So yeah, basically these guys are our wumps for today.
Okay.
So yeah, Mario doesn't make like a cameo or anything in this game.
Actually, he does show up in the ending.
Does.
Okay.
This is called Super Mario Land 3
I mean, it is still called Mario Land.
Yeah, I also don't know, just...
And you're done.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, nah, I don't want to go in the tree. Does the money account for anything at the end?
Dude, I just
The end.
said.
Oh,
The more money you have, the better your ending.
Oh.
The more the merrier.
Oh, Christ, my memory really is terrible.
Course number 5.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, the part which shows proof that senility can
Oh,
exist in a
music.
22-year-old guy.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
With a memory like that, consider yourself lucky that you don't play a lot of the older NES games that relied mainly on passwords.
Yeah,
Well,
like with long alphanumeric password.
yeah, but remember, Jova, my playthrough of Bubsy 3D, I'm playing our European version, which doesn't even have a save feature, so I have to use passwords.
Well, yeah, I mean, you'll have the means, of course, obviously there, but I'm just saying, back in the day, that was the norm.
Yeah.
More often than not, you would sometimes have to memorize it.
And sometimes it was even unfair, honestly.
Yeah.
Basically, the reason that, you might have noticed how at the entrance of this level there was a skull in the map. That's because this is the level that has the boss of those worlds, so...
Yep.
Uh-oh. This is a fine predicament.
That's
Don't
okay.
worry, with the right maneuvering, boom, there you go.
No, wait, you didn't deposit money in the bank.
That'll come back later, Dwibs.
Who cares?
Oh, okay.
Or that.
What are these, like penguins? Bears?
Penguins showing their dicks.
Penguin Vikings. Or are they? Either that or
What?
they're just penguin pirates.
Say they're pingers or something.
Bingus.
Or, or like, or what? Because you imagine if you guys seen Pingu?
Yes, I did.
think-
It's been a
what if-
while though.
Wonder if someone's ever did like a joke and called that Pingers or something.
Hmm.
I'm pretty
Alright,
sure
so
YouTube
basically
comments
the exclamation blocks changed something, and basically they reverse patterns. So
already.
basically,
Get the fuck out of
so
here.
basically sometimes you have to use them. Oh, there you go.
What? Okay.
We're
Sea
fighting.
urchin.
Basically, we're fighting a bigger version of the Koopalings.
And a bit faster, especially for the time it was made.
Wow.
And also this guy can burrow.
Yes. Okay, so basically the idea is
How
you're
do you eat it?
basically this. There you
Ow.
go. Just do that three
Okay.
times. Just do that 3 times, and you're done.
Wee.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
One
Two.
more.
So it's 3 hits like the last game?
Yes.
Par of the course.
It ends with this particular boss battle is fine, but later boss battles that I'm gonna show off later are not. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the boss battles in
There
this
we go.
game, but I'll get to that when we get to one that I particularly dislike.
Money! Money!
Reap the rewards, shall we?
Yes.
Why does he spin around the trees?
You spin me right round, baby, right round. Anyway.
I honestly, Dibs, I have no idea.
Because he's random like that.
Yeah. That was actually rather his selling point more so than money at the time. His randomness.
Okay, we conquered the beach. And the next world is Mount
Mr.
Teapot.
Mount Teapot. Okay.
Mount Teapot. Here we go.
Of course, number 7.
I think it may be named that because it looks a bit like a teapot. Don't quote me on that, though. It could just be because of the islands.
So, Dibs, how
Versatile
much
source of
British
tea.
does that make you feel?
Very, 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 very British. Thank you very much to you. Now I shall be right back.
Okay.
Maybe I should dump this tea while he's away.
You Americans and your tea dumpings.
Yeah, tomato. Besides, sometimes we adore tea. My dad's favorite drink.
Tomato. Ha 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 ha.
Wow!
My dad's
Wow!
favorite
Congratulations!
drink
Wow!
is-
Brilliant too. I bet you took you like a total of 5 seconds to come up with that zinger.
Actually 4.
Ah,
Anyway, okay. So basically, yeah, there's water and shit. So let's swim. Why not?
Okay. Oh, there are bombs everywhere.
Bombs? You got one? You got it, my
Want it?
friend. As long as you have enough coins.
I think you mean the underwater mines he's talking about.
Oh, there we go.
Secret
We heard
entrance.
the end.
All
What
right.
the shit? There we go. Wow.
A giant
Oh,
heart
shoot.
that
I
gives
think
us
we-
it gives us
Oh,
free
shoot, I
laps,
think we-
basically.
I think we just bumped his heart out of him, assuming that that block is one of the many toads turned into a block.
I guess.
Basically, this
And now
one-
you too can make the body horror of a toad being broken true in Super Mario Maker.
Basically, this was the Mario Land team starting to, veer off from the whole Mario thing. And by the time we get to Wario Land 2, the Mario formula is completely gone and replaced with a completely different formula specific to Wario.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
In fact, Wario Land 2 is actually my favorite Wario game.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
No, still breaking the level.
at least it's not nearly as OP as the bunny hat.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it is. Trust me, it's not. Like, if it was as OP as the bunny hat, I would be, like, in World 3 by this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
More treasure.
Dun. Okay. Next level.
Okay, so before we go to that though, we're gonna go back to the beach world,
Okay.
and we're going to go Bice Beach, or is it that Rice Beach? Whatever, Rice Beach. Okay, so whenever you see a dot on the map that has that has like a smaller dot inside it, that's because there's 2 exits in that level. So let's try to, and there you go. There's the big difference right now. After completing the first boss, this level becomes flooded for some reason. Don't ask me why, it just does. And you're probably wondering, what's that door right there with a big keyhole? We'll see it later.
Okay.
Looking at this game again, there's one thing I think that has sort of hurt games like this, with the passing of time, is the fact that, re-releases never seem to come with even an excerpt of the manual, which kind of hurts it because, story is never the main. Well, actually, no. Story can occasionally be the main thing, but with games like this, story wasn't the main thing, but it was still nice to, get the gist of what was going on.
Well, if I remember, I can speak for. Well, aren't the eShop releases nowadays of Virtual Console always come with the digital copy of the manual that's on Nintendo servers? I mean, Document 64 comes with that.
Chest.
Maybe I've just been getting the wrong things on the Virtual Console, but so far that's not been the case.
Okay. Basically, we can find treasures on the levels. And there you go. Yep. Basically, there's each of those letters is a treasure.
Okay.
And each of those treasures we find adds to our total in coins later at the end of the game.
Okay.
Okay, well, show Jova, which specific games on the Virtual Console did you get?
Okay, I got Shantae Risky's Revenge, Shantae the original.
Well, wait a minute, Shantae's Risky's Revenge, but Shantae Risky's Revenge is not a Virtual Console game; it's a DSiWare game, unless you're even less if you're talking about the director's cut on Steam.
Well, that's sort of the thing. It's it's technically not a Virtual Console thing, but it's buyable through the Virtual Console. Granted, they don't treat it like a Virtual Console game, but that's where you get it from, technically.
I mean, is the DSiWare, not to mention DSiWare, did Shantae ever come out in anything? Remind me again, wasn't Shantae always a DSiWare game, or was it?
The original Shantae was on the Game Boy Color.
No, I'm talking. Oh yeah, Game Boy Advance. You're right.
No, Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color. Actually, the Game Boy Advance version, Dwibs, had a special unlockable outfit.
Yeah, but Shantae has dialogue though. Do we really need a manual?
Yeah. Technically not. What I'm saying is I myself said that I probably shouldn't judge since I haven't played that many games on the Virtual Console. At some point I did play an old school Mario and I played Donkey Kong, but that obviously has no story. Granted, I have not gotten any of the Zelda games from Virtual Console, so maybe they come with an online version of the manual.
Well, I can assure you that both the Nintendo DS and Nintendo 64 releases on the eShop have the digital scan of the original manual, so there's that.
Real? Wait, which games are we talking about when it comes to that?
I have Donkey Kong 64 and the 2 DS Zelda games.
Basically,
Nintendo.
Oh, you're talking about Donkey Kong 64, okay.
Basically, you can go straight, and you press the manual thing. It will lead you to the browser, and you will read you a PDF scan of the manual on Nintendo servers.
So, what about this game?
Was this game released on the eShop? I don't think it has yet.
I thought it had, but
I'll go check it in the meantime. Might as well.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, if it is released right now, it probably will have the manual.
I'm gonna play squash with this little creature here.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep, August. Yep, Wario Land 3. Well, I mean, it's called Wario Land. No, wait, shoot. I'm thinking of something different.
I'm talking about Wario Land 1, though.
Just type in Super Mario Land 3.
Yep. Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3 for the Nintendo 3DS came out sometime in 2012.
Oh, there you go then.
I assume that you're playing this off of the Virtual Console, so that's why I asked.
Actually, I'm not playing this off the Virtual Console. I'm playing this from my Wii using an emulator.
Fair enough. Anywho, well, what I'm saying is like, well, there are quite a few games that don't have the special virtual console treatment. That when they do get re-released, don't often come.
I think it's mostly the Wii ones, and maybe the DSiWare ones. But when the Nintendo Shop channel was replaced with the eShop, I'm pretty sure all the re-releases that were made specifically for the eShop have the manuals.
Well, if they do, then I stand corrected.
Let's check.
Well, the original, like for example, the original release on the Wii Virtual Console of Super Mario 64 did not have the manual, but the new version on the Wii U does have the manual. So,
there you go. So yeah, kudos for that. Although it definitely is a worry if they don't.
All right, so what is this? Basically, it's a throwing thing. It's kind of hard to explain. Just watch. Basically,
throwing.
Basically, throw bombs and hope for the best, kind of.
Fail. Ready? Go.
Come on, Mario. Can you possibly hit the second slowest character in Smash 4?
Yes, he can.
Well, it only took you 2 hits, but there you go.
And there we go. There.
No.
Got her.
Ready? Go.
Basically, this is trying to do a similar thing to Mario Golf, actually. I mean, the Mario Golf games have a meter that's just like that. But the problem is that the speed of that thing is a bit too fast, honestly.
Well, you hit 1, so you got
really,
1
I
life.
never got the thing at fast, but then again, I was always able to get into a pattern.
There we go.
Yeah, the first 3 Wario Land game are all available on 3DS in Virtual Console.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, now
Guess there's a reason they're not releasing Wario Land 4. Well, they'll probably do it eventually.
Not that I care, because I don't like Wario Land 4.
That's sort of what I was going to make a theory of. That, I'm guessing Wario Land 4 isn't that well liked.
No, it is by general opinion. Yes, it's really good. Not as good as Wario Land 3, but still good. Personally, I never really cared for it because I found it to be, I don't know. It kind of strayed away from the witty, kind of snarky tone, and went for a more anime cutesy tone. And I kind of figured that kind of tone never really was what Wario was, so I never really. They Japanified it, if that's even a word.
What about Wario Land: The Shake Dimension?
Oh, that was much better.
I love that game.
That was much better, definitely. Yeah, they brought back Captain Syrup, so that alone was definitely made it much more Wario-esque than fucking Wario Land 4. But
Captain Syrup in Wario Land 4 did hit me. But yeah, we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah, see you, everybody.
See it.
Yeah.
See ya.